Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. AVAX continues to move in this pattern to the upside in this, what I call A wave, or, depending on how high we actually move, it might already be all of wave 2 after the price formed a potential 5-wave move to the downside of the 2021 highs. So 5 waves down and currently a pretty aggressive rally, but it could be simply part of a wave 2. Let me explain. We've got 3 waves up initially. We've got 5 waves down. Yeah, and this is now where it's debatable. Is this already all of wave 2? After we have a wave 1 down, wave 2 up, and then we go to new lows? Or is it an A, B, C structure, then we go down, and this is wave 2? Okay, so this would be the let's say risk management or bearish scenario. I don't want to be too we don't want to be too, don't see it as absolutely predictive, right? I mean, the trend is currently still up, and I will definitely look for a corrective pullback. What does that mean? That means if we get a corrective pullback, then the pullback would likely be, well, a setup for higher prices, and that could simply be A, B, C, or even something more bullish, right? The thing is, there's of course also a bullish wave count on the chart here. A wave up, B wave down, and then this would be a C wave to the upside. Whereas the microstructure of the increase, we're going to zoom in a minute, isn't entirely clear. However, we keep the door open for something more bullish because the long-term support on this chart is at $6.25, and it was never broken to the downside. What's not debatable on this chart is the initial 3-wave move to the upside. I mean, there's definitely an ABC structure. There's no way of counting that as an impulse. But the move down is debatable. Is that a 5-wave move or is that a 3-wave move? Which is why I can justify putting that bullish scenario on the chart. Just wanted to give you an idea of the bigger picture again. As I said in previous videos, it doesn't matter to me if I see the move up as yellow wave 2 or whatever, or if it's a C wave. The trend is up for now still, so I don't care really how it's labeled. The trend is up. We want to follow the trend and see how high it goes, and then if certain pivots are taken out, certain levels, then it might shift from the yellow count towards the white count in terms of probabilities. So, but yeah, it's essentially just labels. So the trend is definitely up. Would still like to see a little higher, possibly even touching 54 cents, not cents, dollars. Yeah. Bear in mind the $54 level is key. Shared that with you in one of the previous videos. It's a Fibonacci level. It's the golden ratio, but also it was the breakout point in 2022. It's been support in 2022 here as well. It's been resistance, maybe not exactly, but pretty much in this region, and here as well in 2021, and we are approaching that level again. So there's that's a pretty important level, okay, and it is one of the major Fibonacci levels on the chart, which is the golden ratio, 61.8 retracement of the decline. So pay attention to that. Looking at the short term. The price is starting to move in something that I would call ending diagonal, which is a pattern where we say, it can still push higher, but the selling pressure is increasing. Often these diagonal patterns, they are moving in corrective waves. So we still have 5 waves, as you can see highlighted in white, but it means that the trend could be over soon, probably not yet, but it means that once this gets into to completion, typically a rapid pullback or correction is ahead of us. That's often happening at the end of these diagonal patterns, a rapid decline or correction. So just want to mention that at the moment the idea is that we still have a little bit more room to go, either in this wave A or a wave 2, let's call it an alternative scenario. And the idea is here that, we had a wave 4 that bottomed on the 13th of December, and now we're moving higher in 5 waves. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 should still be in the making, 4, 5. Support for this scenario is at $39. As long as that level is holding, we can go higher towards 54. Below the $39 level, I would have to assume that the wave 4 is still in the making and we're just forming a very complex A, B, C structure. And even in this C wave, the price doesn't necessarily break into the support area again, because with an overshooting B wave, the C wave doesn't need to end below A. And why do I still consider it an overshooting B wave? Just to give you roughly an idea here. Overshooting B waves typically do not get a sustained break above the 1.38 retracement of the A wave. And they haven't had that, okay? But still, it broke briefly above it. And the A wave is quite short, also time-wise. And yeah, I mean, for me, the wide count, therefore, is the preferred option at the moment. But we need to see if we can hold channel support and the $39 level. Yeah, that's my update about AVAX. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.